What up? What up? It's Alex, the fantasy football hustler. Scream Act 3. We are back.
What's up?
It
It's
is
the
I.
Fonz. No, it is. I am feeling a little woozy over here.
Oh, nice. Okay. And I am no Sharon Stone.
Good. What happened?
Oh, last time on Silver Screen Breakdown.
Sidney has evaded Ghostface multiple times now. There is a citywide curfew after everything that has been going down. And Stu, his parents are out of town, so of course he's going to throw a party at his big house.
It's rage.
I mean, kids are getting murdered, principals, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of shit. You know what, bro? Booze in horror movies.
That's
At
time.
my place.
Body counts at 3.
That's the first place they
Ooh,
went
they're
with the video.
ooh. So now they got serial killers at the party now,
Yeah.
unbeknownst to them.
Nobody
Serial
knows.
killers.
Nobody knows about the principal as of right now.
Oh, they don't know yet.
Everyone's gone except for Fred.
And you know what's
The
kind
gen.
of crazy? You know what's crazy about this too? Because there is no social media and nothing like that. They got pagers, and you had to be a baller if you had cell phones, which I'm pretty sure a lot of these kids did.
Well, I mean, the way that Billy said is everyone's got one, Sheriff.
yeah.
But
That's
they all seem like rich.
With the red right.
They all seem like rich white kids though, as well. So
My sister had a cell phone in like 96, but bro, that thing was not like the ones that they had, you know. That was like next gen almost.
In
already at that point.
'96, my dad had the car phone.
Yeah, I think that was
It
a
was
car
like
phone.
a briefcase thing, kind of thing that you brought around,
and you had to pay per call, right?
basically. And
That's
like the
hella
only time,
expensive.
and he just paid to have it for emergencies. And I remember this one time we had a flat tire, and he just,
AAA.
and there was a speakerphone on it too. And I was like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, we had the big
He's
Zach
making a
Morris
regular
thing,
call.
you know.
Not
know,
even
shenanigans.
tripping. Not even tripping.
Not tripping. We had 3 Zach Morris phones,
Probably
with
like a
like a
$40
briefcase with
call.
extra batteries.
Hey, that shit was a brick. Hey, you know them motherfuckers is a dope boy, or a construction worker or something. You know what I mean? The construction worker. It's the same thing. Later, kidda. Yep, see the wow.
So
You bring the boys too?
No, they have to stay because they get
we see them rolling up to Stu Macher's house, and
Sound like a 95 Mustang pull up, the maroon color.
yeah, I mean they got a bunch of cars. It's the Thunderbirds. Like we see multiple Thunderbirds. Like parked out
There's so
there.
many of them. There's so many.
And it's Dewey dropping off Tatum and Sidney over there, and then he's supposed to be hanging out, you know, somewhere nearby. But Gale and Kenny, they're following right behind as well.
Ooh.
So he
Sneaking
tells them, and you see it because as Dewey's going all the way, you just see the van stop right there, and then Kenny throws like his bag of chips or something out, so you know it's him. And and then they start sneaking. They just feel a story. That just Gale feels the story is going to be happening at this house tonight, so she's just following.
She got it. She got it in her, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
she thinks that a killer's still on the loose. So
I
she
feel like no matter what character, even going back to like Monica in Friends, right? No matter what character she plays, she
What if they
swings
did?
a bigger dick than most of the male characters in the movie.
Ace Ventura, bro. She's spunky as hell.
She sure is, huh? Until he put it down in her animal style, huh?
A wing boy.
I've actually never done that before.
Yeah, if you want to see her swinging a big dick, you got to see the show Dirt, where she's a producer for a reality TV show and just going wild behind.
She just goes ham on everybody.
Yep, it's going crazy on everybody.
What was
No
that show,
soul.
Cougarville?
No soul.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I remember my mom used to watch Cougarville and fucking and she got my girl into that shit, and then she was hella funny in there too. The couple joints that I caught.
Mm-hmm. So now they're actually.
I wasn't kind to her.
No, not really. She looks like an actual cougar now or
I'm
something.
mean, but the world was mean to me.
So they go in. The party's hella lit.
I'm like Billy.
They go in.
To my apartment.
They go in. The party's hella lit. Everyone's drinking because we got to make sure everyone's breaking rule number 2. Even before Randy even shouts out the rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a horror movie party, though. Everybody's gonna just kind of like chill, smoke, drink, or whatever, and watch movies, I guess, all night or whatever.
Yeah,
most of until curfew hits.
And Dewey, he sees them rolling up, and it's crazy. What are you doing way out here? Oh, you just never know when the story may break. And he starts just chatting it up, man. He's a horn dog, And
because for 1 second, you don't think when he first asked, "What are you doing out here?" There's no inkling that she's it. He sees it like, "Oh, okay, here's my in." You know what I mean?
Here's my
He doesn't think she's the killer at all. He's like, "Listen, I'm trying to fuck."
Yeah.
It was like Jimmy G when he got with what was her name? Caramia. He was the jocker in like college for real.
And so now that Dewey's parked, now he's gonna go inside and check it out. I wonder if he was gonna go in and check it out if he did not run into her, because now he wants to seem cool, like going inside with her. It's like, she's with me. She's with me.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to stun on them too, because it's still the little sister and them, right? So she, you know what I mean? They clowning, bro.
Yeah, she got all mad that he's there, calls him over or whatever. So
because he is the fuzz, and for what it's worth, if I'm Billy and Stu like chilling, I'm just like, yo, fuck this guy. He's getting too close, bro. You have to kill her. You gotta get rid of her, bro. That's her brother, bro. Kill her.
And Stu's hella excited when he sees it's that chick from Top Story here at my party.
Check it out.
Stu's loving it though, because Stu is ready for his close up. He's like, listen, you want a scoop? He's ready to spill the whole beans, but he's like, listen, you haven't seen nothing yet.
Because especially with everything that they're expecting, right? They're expecting to 12 hours from now, they're the ones being interviewed by her. She totally.
I'm trying to think too, because I know California law, I can't just be like, hey, bruh, and ask you some shit, right? About some business we're doing. And then after that, be like, okay, cool. I recorded that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing.
No, but I'm saying, no, you have to let them know. I'm just saying, I'm nitpicking.
No. Here's the thing. You could do anything illegally that you want to do. You just can't use it in a court of law.
Oh.
True.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, because she isn't no law. She's an investigative journalist.
Yeah, she's not trying to, use anything for a court. She's trying to break a story.
She's Top Story with no top. She's Tater Tots.
Tater Tot Story.
Tater Tots.
Everyone's hella excited. I mean, she is a local celebrity in Woodsboro.
Yeah, they're so excited she could just put a fucking camera right there.
Well, yeah, I mean, no one's paying attention. She's pretty sly, about it. But even Randy, I'm getting my camera.
I mean, she's so fucking scrawny. Where the fuck is she hiding that shit?
She had a big purse. She did have a big trench coat, kind of jacket.
I guess you're right.
Very April O'Neil type of coat going on there. I don't know what's going on.
We know,
and then
maybe she had a sigh. Just crossing all the universes right now.
And see, it's crazy how Stu tells Tatum, "Can you go get me a beer?" And then he jumps up. He's gonna go. I don't know. I assume go get his costume or something, and then, but then that's when Gale and Dewey come in. But right after that, but Tatum still goes, and
the beer wench.
Well, I mean, you got told.
Yeah.
In the 90s, that's how it was.
Do you remember how cold?
Real Sean Connery.
It was so cold. It was so cold in the garage.
It was
it must have been freezing.
Yeah, I don't. What the?
Remember that?
I mean,
the headlights around in there too.
I mean, AK bullets, even.
This is their time to shine. This a solo scene with the ghost face. This is
tight sweater.
Yeah.
I mean, and she had a tight spiral too with them goddamn the way she was throwing them beers, bro, or something, bro, because they had exploding the beers. It was so cold in there.
That's why
the beers were exploding. of impact.
Just exploded.
Dude, are we just gonna gloss over the fact that her jumblies were just out with her nipples all hard as fuck?
No, that's what all the code language was for.
Okay. I mean, it was just actually cold.
Oh,
I
man.
thought we meant like the tonality of like it was cold. How it was so male chauvinistic. How he told her to go fetch his beer. I thought that's how cold it was.
Yeah, she was like,
okay,
"Oh, what am I, the beer wench?"
Oh, we're just talking about her tits, like I was.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember vividly. Like, I think even today when I did the rewatch, I was like, "Oh, I'm looking forward to this scene."
She had a rack on her. And that's that rack would spell her demise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know that she likes to get frisky. We know that much. And this is the very first time where he's actually referred to as Ghostface.
Yes. Please don't kick me, Mr. Ghostface. Mr. Ghostface.
Yeah. I want to be in the sequel.
I want to be in the sequel.
Just kind of a little head tilt.
And see, because these days you got to have a sequel, baby. She knew.
So meta.
That was so a garage. That was so a rich person's garage in the 90s.
They had a bunch of junk in there, a bunch of bicycles.
No, I mean you say a bunch
Pull
of junk.
out the bicycles.
It's really not that much. There's so much room in that garage.
Yeah, there's
that's a hell of a garage.
They had a fridge in there.
They had a whole chase scene in there in the garage.
You could play a whole football game in that garage. Like that's how wide it is.
I mean,
she like sat down in an open chair like one point. You know what I mean? She got pushed back.
Yeah, I think they even had an industrial size air conditioning in there because for some reason that bitch's nipples were like right. Did we gloss over that?
It's fully. Oh yeah, we forgot that she got scared by the cat first.
Now who is it? Who do we think it is? So I mean, yeah, she hits the garage door, it starts coming up, she walks, and then it stops and goes back down. Who do we think it is?
Is it Billy? Because where's Neve, Campbell, and Billy at this point? They're not upstairs yet. That's after everybody starts leaving, I think, or no?
No, everyone's still there. Everyone's watching the movies.
I think this is all Stu's doing because Stu's with the theatrics too.
Still to kill his own girlfriend?
Yeah, hell yeah. Or it could have been like Billy was like, "Listen, you better do that shit now. I told you that bitch and her fucking brother, bro. And now she's gonna bring the tater tot titty having bitch, bro. Fuck, you better kill that bitch now before I do. Listen, no, bro. You have two already. I bet you for Stu, he says like a score. Fuck that. You have two. We're gonna make it 2-2. I'm doing it right now.
Well, and I think why this I think why this has to be Stu is Billy hasn't shown up at the party, and where he comes in from the house and he goes back into the house.
And
he goes back into the house. That's right.
And I'm
the
sure
door's
like
locked, and he's able to unlock it. Right. I was gonna say the door's locked in the garage from the inside somehow or whatever because it closes when she goes in.
Yeah, and she can't.
Yeah, and then the lights go off.
Point out when she's trying to escape through the doggy thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like I said, it was the titties that got her.
Yeah, she's stuck. They're just stuck
too
there.
big, bro.
With one arm out. Job. Yeah, and then she's like, no. I like that she's like, no. She sees it coming. It's just
there were so many potential weapons like in there to be used. There were so many garden,
She used the beer bottles.
She could have threw an entire bike at him.
The beer bottle that exploded on his like stomach crotch area was like that's just hilarious.
And his stepbrothers used the entire bike as a weapon. He screamed rape at the top of your lungs. He used the bike as a weapon.
Yeah, which I would have, if I was her.
Exactly.
Beer bottles or and then she just tried to the escape route was not well thought out.
Man, hey, listen, nobody will be able to run up on Jack. Like Ghostface couldn't run up on Jackie Chan like that in that garage.
He didn't run up on anybody. He just
period.
He stood there.
So much environment in there that he could utilize.
She had like the 6-pack strangle going on because she was getting like a beer for everybody or whatever.
And
What's crazy is that the kill
walked
happened.
through smelling reeking of alcohol after that, and no one would even face him. Oh, Stu's just hammered, bro.
She's
Yeah,
just drunk, man.
So this is kill number 4. And this happens while Deputy Dewey is in the house.
Well, is he already? Oh, yeah, he's in the house. Because I know later they're taking a walk.
No, they're still in the house.
You know what? I think they're crazy enough to think that, listen, we're about to kill them while they're here too. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Anybody who sees.
Ooh, that's super meta. They're like, ooh, you want a story? We'll kill the bitch that's making the story. There'll be a story about that bitch. Meta.
And that's when Billy shows up, does a little jump scare, and you guys want to go up into my parents' room, talk, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They still haven't disclosed the rules, so we still don't know about, the rules that they're.
How teenager is that though? Let me point that out. How teenager is that? You go up, oh, whatever. Like, yeah, shut up, bro. Yeah, just make it obvious that I've been talking to you about boning her down behind her back.
And then you see him, he hits him right in the nuts, like right after.
Of course. also because he knows he just got his murder nut off, because that's probably between them. Like, yeah, look at you got your murder nut.
Yeah, because she's calling for Tatum, like. Tatum or whatever, let's go.
Yeah, he just got his murder done off, and with jumblies, bro, and with style points. So I got her with a garage, bro. Like, and it got my signature. She's already hanging.
Yeah.
Like, he did that signature maneuver. I guess apparently when they were making the movie, they couldn't get it right with the fucking something about the garage door, but then when they saw it, like, oh, they had the pet door thing, they were like, oh no, fuck that. Rewrite it. She's gonna go in there. Titties is too big. Now, boom, lights out.
Poltergeist.
The whole scene between Sidney and Billy is after the fact it's crazy, like that's him being a psycho. Like, yes, Sidney, this is one whole big movie. Like, what do you mean?
And he's so disillusioned. I love the psycho-esque, like this movie psycho-esque like aspect of it, because he's in his mind, this is this big movie like role he's playing, so to speak, in the revenge narrative.
Yeah. Oh man, and then Sidney's got to make it so obvious she's just ready. They talk about it, how Billy's just so patient with me, like. Nobody else would be that patient.
She's like, I'm gonna throw him in the box. I accused him of killing my people. Come on,
put him in jail.
It's the least I can do.
Yep, the porno line. Why can't I be in a good Meg Ryan movie, or maybe even a good porno?
Yeah, that's a super cringy line.
Yeah.
As what? Yeah. He's like, he's been waiting so long because this is it. He knows everything. Is
like, maybe I'll kill Stu and then keep this thing. Maybe he just want to. He's like, well, you want to do some porn shit? Like, wait a second.
This is like 300.
Early on in the movie, I was gonna say early on in the movie, they use that whole let's take our relationship, what is it, past PG-13 or some shit or whatever. So like he's used those movie references before. We should have fucking picked up on that.
You wanted to get it to the NC-17, huh? or the what was it before? Before it was it would be rated X before, right?
No, NC-17.
Okay, well, that was in the last like 20 years.
That's like one above R and then X as above.
There's like not rated.
I know, but I'm talking about in the 90s. What do they call it? Rated X.
Yeah, well, NC-17. That's something that's
back then in the 90s already.
It's what
rated mature.
Yeah, you have to be 17 to go in to see that. Is what
my brothers had to show the car.
It was one above the R.
Yeah,
and it was one step above the R, and it couldn't get like mainstream like type of coverage.
Oh, like Showgirls or something.
Nah, Showgirls rated R. Well, and yep, he was cheating on her the whole time.
It was terrifying. I slaughtered the line, didn't I?
Yeah, he's definitely cheating on her the whole time.
Yeah, it takes us 5 movies to figure that out. But we finally do.
Of
And,
course. I mean, he's like, what the fuck, this prude? I'm sorry, the 90s.
How crazy is it that, like, literally, okay, this is 364 days of, like, literally everything that they've been doing has been working and going to, like, their exact plan. Like, they probably have not had to detour
There's
from
a third party orchestrating it for the behind the scenes.
Kill everybody at a party.
Roman.
And now everyone's watching Halloween. Of course, that's the movie that they put on there is Halloween. They talked about Jamie Lee, that she was the Scream Queen.
She had a good set of lungs. They mentioned that earlier.
Oh, that's kind of symbolic, huh? Because they're trying to make Neve Campbell the Scream Queen, huh?
Kind of. And she's like the opposite.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
she never
the
screams.
movie is called Scream.
And she never, like, does she ever scream? I'm sure she does.
She does. Yeah.
She sure knows how to type as a motherfucking 911. Hell fast. I mean, on her resume, she types like 300 a minute. What is that any good? What's the max?
I'm sure it is. This is where Randy goes crazy. Like, what? You don't know the rules? Yeah, has to tell everybody. All right, this is it. There are certain rules that one must abide by to successfully survive a horror movie. Number one, you can never have sex.
What?
Boo! Big no-no. Big no-no. Second one, you can never drink or do drugs. And then they all do. They all do a cheers. Yeah. And then number three, you can never, under any circumstances, never say I'll be right back because you won't be back. And then that's when Stu, I'm gonna get a beer. You want one? Yeah, sure. I'll be right back.
Listen, he's a fiend for the kill, bro. I love it because now when I'm watching it through like the lens of I'm thinking they're like he's like true psychopaths, right? He's like he's as high as fuck. He's like, and in his mind, he's like, I'm gonna kill the fuck out of that motherfucker.
He went to go put his costume on right away, probably.
Like, he said,
we don't see him again for a while.
This really was the time when it was all happening.
Because he got Billy up there boning the bitch down in his mind, right? At least that's they're going. That's the plan, right?
It's probably like 11 o'clock right now, or like 11:30 on their timeline.
And upon midnight of the winter solstice, and the full moon, and comes across the night sky. It's almost like some fucking some occultic shit. You know what I mean? Like, but only like. It's a one-man cult. It's his first fucking member is Stu. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then there's some people leaving the party. Gale and Dewey. Dewey said someone said something about looked like a car like in some bushes or something. So they need to go.
Hold on, wait a second. A car in the bushes and nobody saw that shit.
It was something in the bushes. They said.
But this is at Stu's house, right? So they weren't like nobody was looking out that way.
Right. And
the kids left
nowhere.
The kids left the party because Randy got the phone call. Somebody called the house saying that the principal was strung up at the football field. So all those guys.
So naturally, is this in white people's genetics? Because
let's go see. Let's go see before they take him down.
Yeah, they said let's go get him down. Crazy.
That boggles the mind too, because like you have pagers and cell phones, if that, right? And you have obviously, right, America Online, I'm sure, right?
Well, they called this the house.
They called the house for the party.
Okay, they called the house, but like, how did they find out? Okay, I know they called them. They did call them. Who told that person that called them? You know what I mean?
They might have driven. Maybe they left the party after because there was like a curfew at 9 and people left earlier and some people stayed. So maybe they drove by the school and they saw this guy strung up on the goalpost.
Either way, word of mouth. That's what happened. Like someone called someone called someone else, and then that person called them.
You know what the first thing I would have said? How do you know, bro? I would immediately think it was that.
They were all drunk. They were all drunk. They didn't give a fuck. They were like, "Oh, we're going on a mission. We're going on a mission." They got into the Mustang and the Thunderbird. They got into the Mustang and the Thunderbird, and they were out of there.
Yeah, the guy who probably called was like, I saw it on my way home. Like I said, Drove right by.
Bro, I swear to God, they're like, they got the voucher on it. All right, listen, let's go. We're driving drunk.
He said he swears to God. We're going.
My buddy
We're
lived like right
driving
across.
drunk.
My buddy lived right across the football field or whatever there in their hometown. Like we could sit on his porch and hear all the, like even me when I lived in the town, I could go outside and I could hear the announcer like from the game and all the action that was happening.
Hey,
Small town.
I remember, like I had the homie. If it was a serious matter, he'd be like, "I put that on the hood, bro."
Everything.
I'm like, you put that on the hood. Put that on the hood, bro. Bro,
serious.
The whole East.
He ain't lying.
Yeah, bro. Even someone really wanted to get me right, bro. Put that on, bro. Put it on in love for the money, bro. You know, I love that money. See, they'll know too. I'm not lying because I wouldn't want to curse my money karma by putting something on money, bro. Now listen, bro, you're just gonna have to take my word for it.
Oh man! So now Dewey and Gale, they're walking. You know, I don't know. Just Dewey's such an idiot. He's like, "Hey, you know what that constellation is up there?" She's like, "No, what is it?" He's like, "Oh no, I was hoping you knew. I was asking."
Hey, that's my favorite, bro. One of my favorite movies is you run up on a crowd of motherfuckers that you know, though, right? Hey, bro, y'all know what happened? What?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I was asking y'all. My bad, because I ran up like hysterically. It was a question.
No, man. And so they get ran off the road by the drunk drivers in the Mustang and the Thunderbird. And that's funny. We get the first kiss from Dewey and Gale. Is that what you're looking for? All my life.
Oh, yeah. Those guys are coming drunk down the road. They don't even see them at all. Like, you know, it's two people standing in the middle of the road. I think the posted speed limit's 25. They got to be coming like 60. And Dewey's like, "Hey,
there's no posted speed limit. That's literally the street going down to his house." Like
I thought I saw on the gate. I thought I saw on the gate in the background like a sign that said 25, but maybe maybe I just made that up. I don't know, but it's like, you know, it's like one of those streets, like you said, leading up to a house. It's like a little dirt road, not even. No, it's a regular road, but it's like a, you know, county road or whatever. It's not like an actual road, so you can't be going super fast on those.
Yeah.
But anyways, they're walking down that road thinking, you know, there's no traffic, and he's like, "Hey, they're coming pretty fast." And they're like, "They're not going to stop," and they just had to jump out of the way, barely missing them. So they could have been killed right there.
Yeah, and then he sees the car. He has to push his head over there. No, I'm talking about the car, you idiot. And he's like, "Oh, what the hell? This is Neil Prescott's car. What's he doing here? Why is this car hidden?" Oh, man. And then now we think it was the sheriff who already said the calls came from Neil Prescott's phone, you know, and we still haven't seen the dad.
See, back in the day, you can, this is way before even OnStar and shit like that, bro. You could just have a motherfucker's car, bro, and if it wasn't reported stolen, you could just be mobbing in that thing. Because at most, see, police, they always had that tech, at least then, right, of a database, because they'll run your plates. They'll have someone run it at least.
Yeah, they can run the DMV.
And then you gotta show the license and registration.
And see, if it ain't reported, that so they could have been mobbing around in that car the whole time.
Well, they probably didn't want to be seen.
Might have just been hidden there the whole time.
I guess.
Because it was only, like 2 days?
I mean, Michael Myers will mob around in the car the whole time, bro.
he will.
The same going. Wearing the mask.
But then we get the post activity scene with with Billy and Sidney, and then she asks him, "Oh, what?" She's like, "Who'd you call?"
It was like 2 minutes later, huh?
Yeah. You know, it was real quick. They only got through like one Halloween.
You know, it'll be better next time.
He did the scary movie Nut Bust.
They kept. I mean, they kept their clothes on for a while. They were doing the on top of the clothes stuff for a while. Because remember, they played it out with the boob scene in Halloween.
Yeah,
and her. So they're like, as she was taking, as Sidney was taking her bra off, everyone out there was watching Halloween where she comes out of the sheet and everyone,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then the girl's like, I'm gonna leave you guys to it or whatever. So I guess she takes off.
Yeah. We'll leave you guys to it. And then Sidney starts asking him, who'd you call when you were there? She was like, oh, yeah. He was like, I called my dad. Like, no, Sheriff Burke called your dad. And
boom!
When I called, he didn't answer.
Right.
Yeah, he had his answer. Oh, yeah, when I called, he didn't answer. And he's like, what?
I still think it was me. Yeah.
Like, no, but if it was you, what a clever way to throw me off.
It's like, Sidney, seriously? She's like, oh my God. Oh my God.
What do I have to do to get you to think I'm not the killer?
It's like, I already showed you I'm a premature ejaculator. What more do you want from me? The motherfucker was just there for 2 minutes.
Stop teasing me.
That's what the scene was in Scary Movie, right?
Was it?
Went real quick, but he blew up and just
he blew her against the ceiling.
Yeah, she flew up to the top.
Holding out on him for a long time.
That shit was funny as fuck. He busted the super nut on her, bro.
Now, how did they?
He was trying to get her to do it before in the freezer, but that's another movie.
How do you think they did this part? Because this is a very well thought out and theatrical. Oh my God! And then
like 3 slashes and a bunch of corn syrup, supposedly.
Yeah, because he doesn't really have. What? Does he even get hit? Does he get hit once?
It doesn't look like it. The way he does it, it's like 3 slashes, but you can't see it because he has his back to her, and that's where you're seeing it from her perspective.
Yeah.
And he could have be putting blood on himself, but this guy's vaguely missing him.
Here's the thing.
His shirt wasn't even torn.
In my profession, I always felt like crazy people that were similar to dope fiends, because a motherfucker will owe you some money and come up with the most cockamamie story, and it's not even if the story was believable or not, but the cockamamie part of it is that you thought you're so cockamamie that you thought that you was gonna convince me with that story. You know what I'm saying? And see, so this is very thought out here. I'm gonna have my back to her, and you hit me with this. Remember, he even says later on, just like we practiced, bro, to the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Basically, right? These motherfuckers, they're very thought out, bro. They're not no dope fiends. You know what I'm saying? They're is what I'm saying. No, these motherfuckers is calculated, and in a sense, it is kind of similar to dope fiends because this is that fix they need to get, bro.
That's what I thought you were going the first time. These guys got some superhuman dopamine because they're on a killer high. And so
yeah, man.
When Stu's actually running at her this time, because now she gave it up. Right now, he's actually running at her, knowing that he could actually take her out.
It's the rules.
When he's when he's coming up to get her, but then she, slams the door right in his face. Man, that was hella close. It's hella close.
A lot of door slams.
Are we? My bad. Listen. I don't know if I don't think I mentioned it one time, but I'm definitely Luigi as fuck. Are we on Act 3 right now?
Yeah, we're on Act 3.
Oh, okay.
Talking about the whole party at the end, and we get her. So she runs to whatever. Wherever the hell she's at, starts climbing out the window, and Ghostface comes right there, grabs her, is about to stab her, and she just lets go. She falls on the boat. Of course, there's just a random boat with
but see, it's rich people boat, so they got the good they got the good cover, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because when it rains, my dad had a boat too, and when it rains, you got to make sure you have the thing on the thing, so the rain, you know what I mean. So I'm just saying,
beads right off.
Yeah, but it's also a callback to what my Halloween.
When Michael Myers goes out the window.
Yeah, because then when he looks out the window and then she's gone. Next thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, so she looks up and he's gone. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was in reverse. There you go.
Yeah, it was in reverse.
There you go.
Yep, and then so now Ghostface comes back down, and we get to see the scene with Randy. Behind you, Jamie. Behind you, Jamie, and his name is Jamie Kennedy, so it's just real.
Oh shit, super meta.
Yep, and the
Oh shit, that was meta as fuck right there. It was so meta. He was like, and he was drunk too.
Behind you.
That's funny.
And oh man, and then but you hear Sidney scream or something, scream help, and then he just bounces. We'll save Randy for later. Can't let Sidney get away.
I think the meta stuff is the funny stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, which is cool because like you need some comedic relief in between all the suspense.
Even him watching the fucking movie, how we would yell at movies.
Oh yeah.
Like right there, because we're saying, "Bitch, run, bitch." He's over there.
Still do that shit when I watch him here at the house with the wife. I'm like, it's so stupid.
They cannot hear us, but we don't. And when I watch Rocky, get up, Rock. Get up.
Oh man! So Sidney, she then she goes and jumps in the van. They're watching Randy, who's on a 30-second delay now. They open the door. We're on 30-second delay. Throat sliced. That is victim
cameraman.
That is victim number 5.
Yeah, they made quick work of him. Huh? They're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, you're not supposed to even be here, but all right.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yo, there's a motherfucker outside. Handle it.
Stabs Sidney in the shoulder. She gets away though. Closes the door.
You know, this makes me mad.
What?
She gets away.
No. It's just period, right? When the heroes or heroines of movies, right? It makes me mad because all of a sudden you're inaccurate with your stabbing motion. It's just the shoulder. See how ninja-esque as fuck when they got the camera, open the shit, right to the front.
You can't do that when she's in the car though. Like how?
Like, he'd have to go inside to stab her, so it's a little more difficult.
I'm just saying though, like
the cameraman opened the door first. The cameraman guy opened the door first, and she was behind him. Then slice and fall, and then like she's at some distance away.
Now I'm replaying in my mind. Maybe I should have watched it. You're right. Okay, that's where we're at. When they're
it's physically harder to slice somebody in the neck covertly when they already know that you're coming at them, and there's a dead body in between you.
That's a good point.
And so she gets away, and then you see Dewey and Gale running back, and Dewey just runs in the house. He's looking around, yelling for Mr. Prescott, Neil, and
does he have his gun drawn? I don't remember.
Yeah. He goes in with his gun drawn, but then he's looking around. He doesn't see anybody, and then he holsters the gun, and he's like, "All right, like no one's here."
Exactly.
Well, no, you never see any. You don't see anything happen to Dewey. It just cuts back to Gale, who's now in her van trying to use the cellular but can't get a signal. And then she sees the blood. She turns on the car and like sees the it's Randy or something who goes outside. What's going on? Then she like hits him with the phone. And
he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he gets knocked out.
Randy can't catch a break, huh?
No, of course not. Of course, Randy can't catch a break.
He's getting jacked every which way. Oh,
and
man.
So she takes off. It's got what's it called?
Randy broke the rule too. He was drinking. Poor Randy.
Everyone was.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone was openly drinking and openly okay with it. And then, but yeah, now all this shit starts happening. And so Gale ends up like almost hitting Sidney, and then just goes off the road and just crashes into a tree. They pretty much leave her for dead. Like, I don't know. I guess they thought that she was dead.
It's kind of, it's like pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Okay, she's out for at least several minutes. It's like when you miss like a flying, like when Chris Benoit would miss the flying headbutt. Like, okay, he's out for like 6 minutes.
And there's a whole other match going on.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense. You forget about that. Like, oh, she's either dead or incapacitated. So
and
they do that a lot.
Or if you're ever were suspecting anything, you're like, okay, she's not the killer. Because she's not, or is she?
Now Sidney running back to the house, and then Dewey comes out, sees Dewey, Sidney, and then falls down to a knee, got the knife right in his back. Right in his back. Pulls it out. We get the classic, swipe of the blood. And then we get
I was gonna say earlier when after the little mini sex scene or whatever, he stabs Billy, or he slashes Billy 3 times, and then he proceeds, like the scene is like he proceeds to, like he's about to do this, and he's like halfway, and then it cuts back to Neve Campbell, and then like she yells and blah blah blah, and then it cuts back to Ghostface, and then the knife is full of blood again, and then he cleans it again. So, anyways, just thought I'd point that out.
He's very cleansy.
Movie mistake. Well, he does it here at this point as well. He takes it out of Dewey's back, and then
right in succession
cleans it.
Yeah.
And they're just playing. Got to be Stu, right? Just playing with her like crazy. When she's in the car, has the keys, and that whole back and forth.
That's funny. I don't think I'd be cleaning the knife.
No, probably not, right?
I mean, you don't want to spread disease. You just want to spread death. Clean death.
Screw this slow stuff, you want it to be instant.
He's like, listen, my victims deserve a clean knife. Like a real serial killer with honor, you know what I mean?
Randy and Stu now run up on Sidney. Sidney, we got to get the fuck out of here. And then Stu running up like crazy just out of nowhere. Give me that gun, Sidney. Give me that gun. Fuck you both. She runs inside. She's like, and then we see Billy, who we think was like stabbed to death. It's like, Sid. Falls
on the top
down
of the staircase.
Crazy.
Hey, listen, man, he ate those stairs like a champ, huh?
Yeah, he had all those angles. He's not getting paid Drew Barrymore money. Like, he's got to go out there and take the bumps.
He had to sell that too. Like,
I mean, the hair was still intact too. You gotta
perfect spider bangs.
And so Billy's got it right where he wants her. Give me the gun, Sid. Give me the gun. And lets Randy in. Randy's Stu flipped out. He's gone mad. Then we get it. We all go a little mad sometimes. Hit him with the Anthony Perkins psycho line. Like, I wonder how long he was waiting to like get to use that line.
That's not even a Norman Bates line, I don't think. But it's such a good line though. You know what I mean?
Wasn't it Norman Bates? You said
no, that was a different. It was the other character that says that line. Really? That's why it's so dope.
I gotta go back and watch that one too. It's been a while.
Yeah, like because Norman Bates' character don't really say nothing too much. You know what I mean?
Philadelphia, what up? Yeah, right. You came right at the right time because this is where.
What up, Philadelphia? Long time.
Now we get the reveal of Billy after he shoots Randy. Licks his fingers, corn syrup. Same, and his same thing they used for a pig's blood in Carrie. You know how you know who
his obsession to of movies and shit.
Roman Bridger had to let him know about the movie tricks.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
He had to let him know about the movie tricks, the movie blood.
He's like, you want to know about her mom? I got films on the bitch.
Yeah, that's the one where it all unravels.
Bum, bum, bum.
And then I stopped watching him for a little bit.
She tries to run into the kitchen, and we get Stu with the voice changer. Surprise, Sidney.
See, it's so narcissistic because it's like they have to ceremoniously kill her and tell her the whole plot.
Here's our whole reason for doing everything.
Yeah, if you didn't know, just make it all worth it.
Yeah, I guess that sucks that they do that. But, you wrap it up in a nutshell if you're watching this on made for TV later.
I'm just
you get the whole synopsis.
What did he say in fucking Austin Powers?
What?
In Austin Powers, where he's like, listen, I'm going to assume that he's like, activate the unnecessarily slow tipping mechanism.
Oh, yeah. We're just going to assume that he dies.
Wait, you're not even gonna watch?
No.
We're like, no, we're just gonna shut the doors and assume that he died.
Yes.
It's like, I literally have a gun in my room. I can go get it. I'll be back in like 5
We
seconds.
do it together.
We can do it together.
Well, that's what's crazy. These guys, they're fucking psychos, right? Like they've been waiting like a year for this moment.
Yeah, they got to tell somebody. Because think about it. Who else are you going to tell? Nobody. Well, maybe Roman, right?
It's like, bitch, you are the spawn of the bitch that ruined my life.
They just kind of lose track a little bit here. I don't know how they could lose track of Sidney, though. That's the thing. Like,
yeah. Hey, hold on. Bogard, stupid question. I need you to lay this down. Lay it down on me again. Pause. So let me get this straight here. So the mom, right? So the whore, City's mom, right, was fucking on Billy's dad.
Yep.
And then made Billy's mom leave.
Yes.
Yep. And then so the dad left too.
Well, he was just neglected completely.
Okay, so he just neglected him.
Yeah, the dad was there. Because the dad was the lawyer. Remember, he was the one who was in the
in on the police divorce for her parents.
Mm-hmm.
And he was fucking on her on the side.
And it was Roman Bridger who put the ideas in his head. He's like, he didn't like seeing his daddies in my videos. Let's face it, Sid, your mom was a slutbag whore running around all over town like she was Sharon Stone.
She was no Sharon Stone.
Yes!
Matthew Lillard.
For years to nail that. That's meta right there.
He's the best.
Anything I don't like, I'll say, like, I've said that about everything. I don't give a fuck if it was French toast. I'll be like, listen, that French toast is no Sharon Stone. I think it's so meta that I'm finally doing the Scream 1 review and I got to say the line.
And he's so awesome in this because like a lot of the stuff is ad lib. When they're explaining it though, it's so funny. It's like it's almost like Matthew Lillard knows everything of what's going on, Stu. Mm-hmm. But it's like when he's hearing this all unravel, it's like he's watching the movie. Like, I don't know if you guys saw his face at one point. It's like just watching it. It's like, wow, this is really happening.
Wow, I thought we were just killing motherfuckers.
It's actually going to plan.
Oh shit, bro. That's deep, bro. I feel for you, man.
Wait,
because then he like snaps. Then he snaps back. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you wait for it. This is the best part. I got something for you. It's a scream, baby.
And then I was in the audience. Like, yes, they said the title of the movie.
And you know what's crazy? Is the whole time, bro, if no one need a mop or anything, bro, like what closet was he just chilling in, man?
Yeah.
No one needed a mop or anything in the kitchen. He's like, hold on, just stay right there. Wow, pulls him out of the linen closet or the motherfucking paper towels or something. Where he was in the pantry or something, bro. Where you just came out the cut.
Had a whole ass party there for like 3 hours.
I guess it's the summer. Maybe nobody had a coat, so they didn't need to throw anything in the coat room. Maybe that's how it was working.
Yeah, they had him in the restroom and they just said out of order. They had a sign that said out of order.
The line witch in the wardrobe. They're like, we hide him in Narnia.
He's
going nowhere.
And then here's the thing so now they bring out the dad. We framed your dad, and just explaining all that whole part of it. Framed your dad. You getting the picture? You getting the picture?
Plant the voice changing device. Explain the whole phone cloning thing.
Your face.
And it's crazy because it's like they have to make her watch like this part, because like wouldn't the smart thing to do to be to kill her before they go through with the rest?
I mean,
yeah.
But I guess they do know that she called it in to the cops, though. Remember when she was in Dewey's car? She did call it in, so they know that was a certain amount of time.
Got you.
She didn't tell them yet, though.
No,
she
she
did.
gave the address. Yeah.
She did.
No.
She
She
picked up
didn't
the
tell
video.
Stu and them yet. It wasn't until she called him, right?
No, but the Stu had to have heard it because the back door was opening.
That's when he attacked her.
Yeah.
She gave the address. She's like, I'm at Stu Macher's house. The address is, and then she's like, whatever. Like right after she gave the address.
I get being precise, right? Okay, so walk me through this, right? So this is like when they decide to cut themselves. Like, okay, listen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because in succession you would have to have, because then that's any good forensics would be like, okay, well, they're gonna cut this motherfucker first, then it had, you know what I mean? Then it was them, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, why not kill him first, then do the whole spiel after?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the guy, I was thinking the killer in the sheriff's vehicle or whatever, it could have been Billy as well, because he comes into the house after the fact. But so it might not have
before
been.
you even know.
Yeah. So either way, like that way, yeah, he knows, because I know later when she's on the phone, she's like, I called the cops, and she tells Stu that, and then he's like, your parents are gonna be so mad. So I think that it was. I think it was Billy who was in the car with him when he had the keys or whatever, because he comes in. They both come in later, right? He gets in there.
It would have to be Stu, because Billy was still upstairs, supposedly, taken out at that time.
What does he ask her? Did you really call the cops, or no? What does he say?
Well, we haven't even, and we haven't even made it that far yet, because this Gale, she's the one who messes everything up, like right here.
Right.
Like they start stabbing each other though. Well, actually, Billy stabs Stu. That's the first part. He's the patsy though, out of all this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Stu gets one stab in, and then he asks for the knife.
Yeah.
Billy asks for the knife back.
They go back and forth. Then Stu hits him, and then gets pissed. God damn it, Stu! You went too deep. And he gets him back. Give me the knife. And he's like, no. Give me the knife now. He gives it back to him. And then he's like, all right, untie Pops. Get the gun and untie Pops. And the gun's gone. That's when he's like, Houston, we have a problem here.
It's right
Gale
here, the gun, man.
Yeah, and then she starts doing the narrative. Yeah, and
the reporter who whatever comes and saves the day.
Yeah,
she's all barefoot and stuff, because she had to like walk barefoot from where she crashed, and she's all jacked up, bloody.
He's like, I thought she was dead. He's like, she looked dead. She's still dead.
I mean, see, it's not just me.
Zombie.
But yep,
like a corpse.
Zombie with makeup.
Who thought that she was hot?
They get distracted for those. I don't know. I don't even know however many seconds. But then Sidney and the dad are gone. They're out of there. And then they get the call at the house.
Are you alone in the house?
He's so pissed. You bitch, where the fuck are you? He's so pissed now.
Because now
I bleed my own blood.
Everything was going to plan, like, until this moment. Like, everything was going to plan until this exact moment, and now everything's all fucked up. Everything's all fucked up.
I mean,
yeah, he gets pissed. He starts stabbing pillows in the couch. Mm-hmm. There's feathers
He's
everywhere.
Feeling woozy. Feeling woozy.
Stu's feeling woozy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he was doing a little bit of boozing too that night, so you're gonna be bleeding profusely. I'm sure Billy's the true psycho. I bet you he had not a drop of alcohol in him. You know what I mean?
For sure. He's probably
he's sharp. He's focused. And here's Stu. He's the patsy, like you said. He's drunk. He's bleeding out like a fuck. Because listen, you get a paper cut. I remember one time I was on a Molly and stupid drunk just had to come up from the club. And I said, hey, let's go to my, it was hella packed at the noodle house. So I said, hey, let's go to my house. I got like a pound of bacon and like a head of lettuce and fucking some motherfucking tomatoes and a loaf of bread. I said, I'll just make BLTs. Everyone's like, hell yeah. And then like, I take the big ass knife and I'm going right for the tomato, just right to my finger. Ah! Fuck. And then like, but I'm on the Molly though. So it's like, I'm like, I know that would like hurt more.
It doesn't hurt that bad.
But it's really like, and I can like feel it pulsing and just squirting. Like, oh shit, because your heart's pounding because of the Molly and the fucking and your blood's hella thin because of the alcohol. And it was just going. I'm like, someone get the bacon.
Matthew Lillard.
I'm gonna take care of this.
Matthew Lillard, Stu, he's like the best in this. Like they're so pissed, and Billy's like, talk to her. And
he's like,
Sidney, she was like, what are you gonna do, Stu? Billy's got a motive. Yeah, and he's like, peer pressure. I'm far too sensitive. And then Billy snatches the phone. He's like, where are you, bitch? And then he throws the phone at Stu, and that was not supposed to be. It was not supposed to be in there either. So that was like Skeet. Skeet, what's it called? Ad-libbing, and then him ad-libbing. You hit me with the phone, dick. So pissed.
It's funny too because it's moments like that, and him basically throwing a fit because nothing's going his way to the plan. He hits him with the phone. Hey, dick. Then you go right back to like, then these are fucking kids right here.
Yeah,
little kids,
17-year-olds,
crazy little kids, bro. In the middle, rural.
And the biggest areas, and the biggest sign, that they're just two big kids. Did you really call the police? You bet your ass I did. My mom and dad are gonna be so mad at me.
He knows the bitch can fucking type 911 like in fucking 300 fucking words a minute.
They have 5 combined kills under their belt, but he's still worried about that his mom and dad are going to be so mad.
Yeah, because he was expecting to get away with it all.
They're gonna get looked.
You ever see those
out of a country club?
You ever see those interrogations where they have like the teenage killers or whatever, and they like break down their whole, defenses, and then they whatever, they all end up crying or whatever the hell.
Yeah, and then because they'll be like, one of the detectives will be like, well, they said it was your idea. Oh no, was it? It was so. They just really don't never get no bitches involved in that shit. There was this one, I watched this documentary with this dude. He was a little kid, and he swore he was like a vampire or something. He got these bitches convinced, and they do like psychedelics. And then this bitch, she had a problem with her dad, so they went. It was her boyfriend, right? So the boyfriend was like, "Listen, let's go fucking kill your dad, bro."
I think I heard.
Remember that shit? And they fucking podcast. And he made them all get hacked. They hacked the fuck out of this motherfucker, bro. Like, and they were all like on LSD and shit, and like. Yeah, it was easy, man. All they had to do is ham them up, and then they sung like the birds. It was a rap.
Here was the it's crazy. They intertwine everything in this movie, and now they're even intertwining Halloween in there, and now they're looking at the what's it called. He's watching the movie.
Did you get past the part? Did I miss that part when we smashed him with the TV, huh?
No, we haven't made that part.
Okay. We're all in this. This is good. Yeah.
Yeah. So they now they're looking for her.
Billy's looking around.
Oh, he thinks to now he thinks to look in the what's it called, in the closet. So he does, but then Sidney hits him with the whatever the hell with that
umbrella.
Yeah, it's weird because he's seeing the movie and Jamie Lee Curtis is in the closet, and Michael Myers is hacking away, right. And then he opens the closet, like he gets the idea to look in there, and he opens the door, right, and he doesn't see anything, and he looks back to the movie, and right when that happens, she comes at him with the umbrella, and like
I like how real that is though, because it's like, what do you have in the closet then, really, right? Like, see, in my closet, I might have some weaponry. I ain't gonna lie to you, but like, she's like, okay, any motherfucker, and she decides to have the mask on too, though. I ain't gonna lie. And that's kind of just like she's just ready for it. She's
and the gloves too, bro.
The fucking umbrella right here. And he's so weak at that point, though, right? You know what I mean?
Well, he's already been injured.
Yeah, that's
so in real life, when they're filming this, they talk about how the stunt, whoever was the
umbrella person,
stuntman, who was supposed to be hitting him with that, there was a pad on his chest. And they hit him the first time on the pad, but the second time they said he moved a little bit, and it kind of hit him on like the neck and the collarbone.
Yeah, you can see it in the shot. Like, I was
like, that's a real reaction from him getting fucked up.
I was gonna say that second one looked intense. Because I saw it, right. It was like, oh, the first one, and then I was like, man, I'll get him again, because I'm watching, and of course you're talking to the TV, or what you do with horror movies. I was like, come on, get him again. I forgot she stabs him again, right, with the umbrella. And that second one, I saw it like straight up. It looked like. You can see where it hits like skin, and like he goes down like intense, like, oh. I was like, damn, it looks so real.
I would have continued the bludgeonry.
Right? He's stabbing.
Fuck that shit. I am
Still,
the
though,
tiger.
goes down. He's right there though. Him and Sidney get into the scuffle, and then Gale, right as he's, I mean, right where Stu stabbed him. I mean, that's where she like jams her finger, in there. But he's like ready, all the way up, just until Gale shoots him right in the shoulder, right at the end to save the day.
The safety was off that time, huh?
She should have said that. Or did she?
Did she?
Yeah, she did.
She did,
was
right?
like,
Oh, okay, I was going to say, it's like, it wasn't just like good timing for me then. Okay. So.
yeah, she said that. Safety was off that time, bastard.
Yeah.
Because that's when he made
bruh.
fun of her the first time, because she was going to shoot, but the safety was on. Couldn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm. And she was just shaking like a bitch, huh? Hey, look at this though. See, it's crazy too because hold on, bring me up to speed. So we're right here. She shoots him in the shoulder, right? Oh, that's right.
He
Billy
flies
ain't
off.
even there yet. Okay, go ahead, continue.
Oh no,
Billy flies off.
I guess
He's on top of
guess
Sidney.
so she hits him with the what's it called, the umbrella, and then that's when Stu like comes in right after that, breaks through, and then
chases her into the living room. Yeah, he chases her down into the living room. They go over the couch onto the floor. They struggle.
I always had a thing for you, Sid.
even at that moment, he was still the perversion still drove him.
Hell yeah, that's what he liked to do, right? Like to fuck him after he stabbed him.
Exactly. I tell him. See, I listen. I'll be a great detective. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, so she somehow gets away, and he's laying there on the floor in pain, and she tosses the TV on top of him. What does she say? In your dreams.
Yeah.
In your dreams. And she
hit him with the flower with the
the flower. That's how she gets away. That's how she gets away.
Yeah, and he's like bitch, and knocks him at least to where he like has to roll over.
Very good environmental awareness, right? Like situation awareness, like in your surroundings. You know what I mean? Because you just grab things and chuck them.
Yeah, for sure.
Boom, TV. It's a wrap. One of them 90s joints.
Yep,
big box.
Man, you needed the homie to help you move that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, those things are heavy. Not one person could lift that by themselves.
And see, but she was just tilting it too. And with all that adrenaline, yeah,
well, yeah, exactly.
Shook his ass up good too.
He got jolted.
And then that's when we get what's it called? She goes down to help Randy. And then that's when he comes back, punches Randy in the face, and they go back and forth, and Gale shoots him. And oh man, looks like he's done. He's bleeding out the mouth and everything now after that.
Hold on, Randy. Oh, you mean Billy?
Billy, yeah. Well, no, Billy punched Randy.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay, yeah, my man.
Yeah, Billy punched Randy when Sidney was trying to get Randy up, see if he was okay.
My bad, I'm fucking up. I'm loaded.
Yeah, and then Gale finishes the job. At least we think, right? But that's when Randy comes back with another rule.
Randy jump scares before that before he gets punched, like he's like Sidney, and then like he's like sorry or whatever, and then he gets punched.
That one was good. That one was good.
And then he gets punched.
Yeah, this is the part where the killer always comes back for one more.
And then boom! I remember in theaters, I got so freaking scared at that point. I was like, "Nah, he's already dead." And then sure enough, like he pops up, and everybody yelled, "Ah!"
But Sidney's breaking the rules. She says, bow, just right in the forehead. Not having it.
Not in my story.
Not having it.
Oh man, that what was corny also when Gale was saying her whole little monologue, and then Sidney was like, "I like that ending."
Oh,
it pisses me off every time.
Well, because you know why? Because that's Sid. Like, all right, I was totally wrong about you, bitch.
Yeah.
All right, bitch, you were right.
Yeah, gotta acknowledge it.
We like your book now.
You know what I mean? But still, you shouldn't have said that shit about my mom.
I'll take that signed copy.
Like, I like that ending better.
And it's crazy how it just like a lot of the old school horror movies do. It just like it literally just ends, and that's it. There's no wrap
with
up.
The red right, hey, dude.
The only thing
gives a wrap up, but it's like whatever.
The only thing you see is like Dewey going towards the ambulance, and he's actually breathing.
And you're like, all right.
Hang in there, bud.
And then he comes back with his signature limp.
Yeah, he makes it to the sequel. Several other
and if
sequels.
you think about it too, all the people that survived broke all the rules.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really only 4 of them, right? Gale, Dewey, Randy, and Sidney. But Dewey, I don't know if Dewey drinks, and he's probably still a virgin
at this point.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he hangs with a lot of cops, I would imagine, right? They love their hookers. I mean, they don't just bust them. I'm just saying.
They don't just bust them. Maybe they. Never mind. I was gonna take the bust and take it to another level.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's all meta. There's layers to it. It's a quadruple entendre.
That is why Dewey keeps making it through, though. Like, think about it. Like, he's in Scream. He was a virgin. Scream 2.
In that vacuum, does it?
He was.
Does he drink? Does he drink? Does he drink in any of them?
No, no.
We never see him drinking. And remember, he's all jacked up in number 2.
You see his mustache? He had the mustache of a straight edger.
Mm-hmm.
In part 2, yeah, he's been keeping in shape.
I think that Gale is who he lost his virginity to, but that wasn't until the end of Scream 3 when they were going to make a new movie.
You know what's crazy? I don't know why I just thought of this, but like I remember and when it was the Friends finale, right? They actually had like a show where they brought all the actors on like on the couches. Like, this is probably like early on because now they do recap shits all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But it was so big, like that the show was ending, you know what I mean? And she was on. Obviously, Courteney Cox is there, but she's hella pregnant in real life, and she's there, and she has this dress on, right? And she has these big old engorged titties, because she's pregnant, and she has zero bra on, and the nipples are just like circa fucking Scream bitch. But it was just disgusting because it's like she's like hella prego and nasty, like, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, this is crazy. They're showing this on NBC. She's like breathing hella hard. She's hella pregnant. She's like about to pop any second, you know what I mean? But I'm like, damn, and then all I can see is like, damn, they got this bitch with some big old prego titties, and her fucking nipples is just out as a fuck. I'm just saying. But she probably wanted to fuck out.
Her and Dewey almost lived happily ever after.
I know. In real life.
Yeah, I know. I think when they broke up in real life, well, it was before Scream 4. And I think they were before? It was before Scream 5. It was before Scream 5 because they were broken up in Scream 5 in the movie also.
Okay, because I was gonna say, so she definitely she stuck with him while he tried to be a pro wrestler for real.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? He's like, okay, babe, listen, I know we got these kids and like we have this beautiful life and we have successful careers. I'm going to be a pro wrestler. And not even for the WWF either. It was like he went to the WCW because of the whole shtick, right?
I'm also going to buy the rights to Bozo the Clown.
See, it's crazy because a guy like him shouldn't have to work after being in Scream. Like, just being in a franchise like Scream, that should just pay for it.
That was a passion project. He's like, I'm going to be a pro wrestler, babe. And you married me for who I am, babe. Listen, fuck that shit. It was a movie. Okay, let it go.
In his family, they were always told they could be anything they want to be. His brother became a sister.
You know what? I don't blame him for divorcing her. I bet you it was him. You know why? Because she probably tried to control every aspect of his life. I bet you if they were in the car and it was quiet, she'd be like, "What are you thinking of?" Like,
yeah, she played a lot of those parts.
Even what I'm thinking, bitch.
Her characters were kind of bossy.
Dewey has not made it as far as Gale. Gale's gonna be. I mean, I don't know if she's gonna be in Scream 7, but she survived. She survived Scream 6.
Why Dewey died?
Yeah,
Dewey died in 5. Yeah, at the vending machine in the school or something. He got stabbed like hardcore, dude, like 11,000
okay,
times.
good. No, I'm just saying because he's almost the equivalent to like the killer won't die because man, they didn't try to kill that fool hell of time.
Bro, he got stabbed like I think in that scene like 16 times or something at least.
You know what's crazy? He always gives us the back. If you think
That's
about
the only thing I remember from the movie.
Dewey always gives us the back whenever the fool starts stabbing. Just take it to the back.
Turtle up. Yeah. Turtle up.
Doesn't work out that well. So did they get up
like,
this time?
The liver and like other important spleen, kidneys are still exposed.
Yeah. Okay. Question. Because I never watched part 5, but I don't mind spoilers. I actually like look for them.
I only remember Dewey dying.
Who was the killer there? Like why? Like I hate it. Like if someone killed him with no arm, like who is this for? Are you even worthy of killing him? Well, you just don the mantle. Now you gonna take out Dewey.
And it's
he's the person that breaks the rules.
They even say it in there when they're doing the whole. It's crazy because number 5, the final scene actually takes place in the same house. It takes place in Stu Macher's house.
Why?
He's like the niece of him or like something of that nature, but they're in his house. I can't remember the exact reason.
Just live in the house still, wherever.
Live in the house. Maybe it's been rented for all we know.
And go back and rewatch that.
And they're breaking it down, and they were like,
"You have to disclose that information." So yeah, I'm pretty sure no one bought it.
They had to take out a legacy character, so you know that they're like legit killers.
They're not playing around. Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was. You know what? Then I respect that because when you want to make a name, bro, you got to take someone out big, bro.
That's what they said.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that's why they. It was Dewey.
See, that's why I make a great detective, bro. Because listen, man, that's like Killer 101. Like, listen, bro, we have to put us on the map. This one, bro. We done laid the murder game down. He's fucking with us, B.
Now we're gonna blow it up. We're gonna go big time.
Down, V.
All right, so our rating scale pretty easy, and this is gonna be one of those ones. It's gonna be about the why.
We need like a legacy like ranking or something, bro.
Well, yeah, this is what I was gonna say right here because we all know that this is owned for like everybody, but now this is gonna be like how high do you put this movie amongst like all of the other horror movies that are out there? Or maybe just Scream as a franchise, where does it get put? Because this being the first.
I can appreciate part 2 and 3 of Scream, right? And I've never seen the other ones, right? But this part 1 is so good that you can leave it as that. Like if you didn't watch any other ones or even knew that any other ones existed, you know what I mean? I always feel like that's a good movie. Like you could put a bow on that one.
Standalone, right?
Yeah, it could stand alone. They just so happened to make a series, right? And then they had fun with it. I mean, like fucking it was I got a kick out of seeing Aunt Jackie as a killer. Like she was real crazy and wide eyes and shit. She was real nutty.
So where does this rank amongst the all-time great movies? The all-time great horror Halloween movies.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like maybe I'm the wrong person to ask because I think a lot of horror movies are franchises are shit. I just like the originals or I like certain ones of them. This
have to put it into a franchise.
One of the best, if not. You know what I mean? Out of a lot, you know what I mean? A lot of, because this was kind of like a revolutionary as far as like he takes the 80s slashers, but and then makes it meta where they're referring to 80s slashers. And or just the horror movie just paying an homage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you liked all that stuff previously, then you watch this movie and you're like, oh man, that's awesome. Yeah. And then it's directed by somebody who was in the game.
Yeah, a classic.
It's exactly. And then he turned it on its head. When this came out, it was revolutionary. So yeah, for me, it's like probably within the top 3, and it'll probably move around. I know Hustler said it was probably his favorite. See, Marty said top 3. So for me, it's gone in there like that. I know Bogard mentioned The Exorcist. That's another great, like actual scary movie that like gets you in a different kind of way, and then it has that religious, supernatural.
Yeah, especially because we was all, at least I know for speaking for me and you, or all 3 of us here, we was like raised Catholic. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, you know what I mean? That shit was just like, whoa.
Yeah. And for me, there's the other like main staple guys, right? The big three, which is, you know, Freddie, Mike, and Jason, right? And those are, you know,
My man Chuck ain't in there?
No, he's not, because he's not a big three. He's little.
You're right.
Which is also a great movie, but I would probably put that one towards the back end. And then I have like some like honed like personal favorites. Like Evil Dead for me is like one of the greatest. So I'll put that in my top three. Probably be by number
There's
one.
like 18. Like I went down a rabbit hole one time, right? Because from the first one, like the Dawn.
The first one's the best. That's it. You just like no, the Evil Dead, the Evil Dead with Ash, the one where he like his sister
that's
gets
the
possessed.
original dude.
Yes, his sister gets possessed.
He didn't have the rights to the Dawn of the Dead.
The Necronomicon and the whole book.
Yeah, yes, that's the one right there, B. I fucked.
Yeah, it's very creepy because the makeup's not like the best job, but it's like gory and weird, and like a pencil goes into somebody's leg. They trap her in the cellar, and you know she's looking through their chained up eyes, and the demon possession voices are real crazy, and it's like right in the transition from that gory 80s slasher into like what the 90s were trying to do with some of those demonic possession stuff too. So that one's really one of my good favorites. You asked me what my favorite horror movie was. That one I've probably watched more than any other movie aside from Scream.
You know, like those how it morphed into like the Ash of the Dead.
Yes. So have you seen that series? Hilarious.
So fucking tight, man.
It's awesome. It's over the top and it's gory and it's funny.
Super over the top.
Yeah. And it can still freak you out. Like you could be laughing and be like, "Oh man, this shit's creepy."
It's scary as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember just like he's like just random. I mean, it was just like a common occurrence to like decapitate a demon possessed bitch and then like hold it up while he's just talking to the bitch.
It's always great because it's always like at first it's like some beautiful hot girl and then like you know it's gonna turn into some demon possessed wench. Exactly.
Lean off.
So here's why this movie. So here's why this one's just the number one for me.
Okay.
Because feels like we're actually a part of that universe. Like it was like real. You know, like we're talking about all the old slasher movies, you know, like just giving us the rules, you know, it's a movie within the movie, you know, type thing. And I don't know. That's what I'm not a real fan of the horror genre either. So that's what I think. Yeah, just the whole backstory, the whole whodunit, like
this is a great movie to introduce people or to get them into the horror genre if they weren't into any of the classics or hadn't seen them. But like for me growing up, like my dad was super into like the horror stuff. He worked like at a building that was like connected to a video store, so he would bring 3 movies home like every other day, and it was like one for my mom, a horror movie for him, and a cartoon for me. But I'd watch my cartoon and go watch a horror movie with him and couldn't sleep at night and then have to go back and watch a cartoon before bed or whatever it was. But we were always like I said, I got introduced to Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and the Halloween especially, like iconic. I think the Halloween was like always around because it wasn't like super gory and scary, so my dad would play it and I could watch it like as a young kid kind of in the background.
Super dope is my kids, right? Like my oldest, like you know what I'm saying, she'll be like chilling with Candlestick's daughter, you know what I'm saying, because they're only like maybe like a year and a half apart and shit, and like they'll binge like the horror movies. And it's like, oh yeah, we did Friday, like one of those Friday 13th. They did watch like a hella Friday 13th. Like, what'd you think of it? It's kind of whack. Like, you know what I mean? It's just funny, like their perspective, you know what I mean?
Because they're not making gets a screwdriver to the eye.
Though. Like, I mean,
no, they're not.
See,
they don't get it though, because they grew up, they're desensitized to certain shit. Like when we were kids, like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like imagine even Freddy Krueger, the concept of it, right? As a kid, that's frightening me. Oh my god.
Horrific concept.
So you mean like I gotta go, I'm gonna be scared to go to sleep?
I literally had nightmares from Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, when I was a kid.
For real though, as a kid, fuck yeah.
And see, look, Noble Creations, is it like horror light? Well, I don't even think that this is like horror, but I think it's like just as much suspense as it is like the suspense genre as horror, because it's like the whodunit. Like we're trying to figure out who's really done it. Who are these guys?
And it also speaks to you know rural areas of America where it's like this shit can just go down under under your nose, like you know what I mean, because
it does
kind of left left alone to your own devices. And
pay attention to some of the stories, man. I'm telling you, like on my feed, you watch one on Facebook, and then before you know it, you're getting 50,000 ads of demented, serial killers doing things.
I'm just saying, there's hella active. But what did they say? 3% of America. Is that 3? Is it really? Somebody Google that.
They said that in Scream 2, so it was something.
Okay, yeah, that was back then. Whatever. Do the math now. What is that? 8% now?
No, because they said there's only about 97 active serial killers in the United States today.
Okay, so let's do the math. What's 97 in relation to like at the time, right? Maybe they had what 270 million.
That's not even 1%. No.
That's small. It's not a drop in the bucket.
Okay.
Yeah. But
those people do a lot of damage, though.
What's crazy about Scream is Scream it spawned 6 movies, 5 more after this, and there's going to be another one after this. How many movies like just gave the Scream vibe like after this?
Well, first of all, right after
what you did last summer.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Next summer, that one came out.
And then there was the Urban Legend.
Yeah,
that was a great one. I love that one.
That one was tight because that was a
Jared
one.
Leto's in that one, bro. Jared Leto's in that one.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's the main guy, right?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't seen that since I was like in junior high.
I told my wife, I was like, let's watch Urban Legend. Like the other day.
Bro, we done drink the Pop Rocks with the thing right after.
Dude, I always check my back seat when I get in my truck. Like that's the first thing I do. Like, what the fuck? There's nobody hiding back here? All right.
And Freddie, Freddie was the professor in there.
Robert. That's right. Yeah. Robert Englund.
I ain't seen that movie.
He makes a lot of cameos. Bro. He literally makes a cameo in Stranger Things, and a lot of stuff from Stranger Things is based on Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. See, hey, I'm trying to get us to watch Stranger Things.
You should. It's cool. I think you'd like it. If you like the 80s and like pop culture references and all that stuff, you'll get into it. The first couple seasons is like slow, but like Dungeons and Dragons is dope, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm a real nerd about all this shit there. And it had a lot to do with the 80s fucking the MK Ultra and fucking Americas versus the Russians. Like there's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
It's really dark. Like right out the gate, motherfuckers is dying and shit. Like you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's cool. Little kids getting kidnapped right like on episode 1.
Yeah, right. Little kids get kidnapped and clearly being an experiment. It leaves it open to interpretation where you're like, okay, we're gonna see this one out.
I'll watch it before I build the Lego set. How about that? I won't build that Lego set without watching a little bit of it first.
Yeah. Hey, I think you'll like it. I don't remember the first episode.
It would even be worth waiting until it's done, and then like when it's all said and done, then
just binge it all.
And then he might even be at that point like, listen, bro, now that it's done, the value then went up. I ain't even opening that box, bro. But you can still watch the series.
I like this last season, season 4 or whatever. Man, I was all into it. I made shirts and shit,
like
man. I was into it.
Smoking weed, fucking dude has his teeth now.
Yeah, dude, for real. You got the Native American brother in there, Argyle. He's
really
funny. Brings some comedic relief. Yeah, dude, there's pot smoking.
I think he really had that condition for real. That wasn't just like
with his teeth, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of tight. And he can it's funny. He's like the quintessential kid actor that we were accustomed to growing up with. Because they could sing and dance and act, and you had to do everything back then.
You had to have talent.
Yeah, exactly. You can just be like a look, and then like you read a couple lines, or like you're famous for some reason now. So like I have a
TikTok dancing.
Movie. Yeah, like my daughter's in there right now with my sister's in town. My younger sister's in town, so they're kicking it, and they're watching what's that shit? The American Horror Story. They're on it because me and my oldest daughter into that shit years ago. Like, because those stories are tripped out. You know what I mean? And then she just continued it though. There's
a 3-part Halloween one that's gonna be going down.
Yeah,
the circus one's a good one.
Yeah, that's the last one I watched.
The first time I saw that shit, I was at my sister's house, and my brother-in-law was like, "Hey, check this out!" And my parents were there. My dad got all into it.
When that
my dad saw all that shit.
That was like you feel their pain, right? When they're like, oh, because all of them fucking, he just went in there murking all of them, bro.
So the next couple movies that we at least got the next 2 movies picked out, and we got The Harder They Fall. That's a Netflix original. It's like a cowboy movie, and a real gangster
It's
cowboy.
still
movie.
up, right? I'm about to watch that shit right now.
Yeah, it's still up. And then Bachelor Party, that's going to be one we're doing 2 weeks from now. And
Cool.
that's Tom Hanks's like theatrical debut, at least in movie form, anyways. It's from like 1982, I believe, and it's on Hulu.
Damn, how old is? Hey, you remember how? Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I'm from the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? From the South Bay. He's from the East Bay. You know what I'm saying? And so Tom Hanks, I champion him. And I remember when the world was going to shit with COVID, bro. There's a lot of people that didn't believe it, including myself in the beginning. But when that motherfucker got that shit, bro, I knew it was real, bro. I was like, oh no, Tom Hanks got it. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Early on, some of the early news like, oh my God, Tom Hanks has COVID. Oh shit, no.
Yeah, I know which this one is. The Harder They Fall. I've been wanting to watch it.
Yeah, this one's it's a real good movie. Real good movie. Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's a real cowboy movie.
Zazie Beetz.
Derek said, yeah, Tom Hanks had it first. I know, that's how they let us know that it was real.
Tom Hanks, Patient Zero.
Oh no.
They should do a movie about that where it's Patient Zero, but it's Tom Hanks' son playing Tom Hanks.
Oh man.
Oh no, he's so trash. He thinks because like his dad's from Oakland, like he could say like the N-word with the A, with the A.
Oh man.
Like he's like rapping for real, like he was like serious, like he thinks he's like for real, like no.
All I know was that he was in Orange County, and that's it. Like I don't know anything else about him.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. And he's on hell like drugs and shit too.
Damn.
He was kind of one of the early first dudes on a motherfucking like clout shit. Like, I'm gonna do some wild shit right now, or something.
He's a Jackson
really
Mahomes.
Like you know what I mean?
You're saying he's like a Jackson Mahomes?
Yeah, like, but this is like 10, 12, 13 years ago type of shit. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Like he was early on.
Interesting.
Because, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden it's like, oh shit. Like, that's what I thought too. It's like, oh shit, Tom Hanks has a kid? Like a son that's like out in the world, like doing that. He looked like him lightweight too. Like, oh shit, okay. Yeah. And he like raps, and you're like, okay, he's not good, but you're like, oh, okay, he can rhyme for like a white dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what you first like think. You know what I mean? And then he starts like saying the N-word. You're like, oh, this guy's weird.
That's whack.
Like, yeah, he like a black girlfriend and shit, and he's like things like it's like, oh, like no, it's okay. Like he's like, no, like it's okay. Like look at my girlfriend. Like no.
He's got the hood. He thinks he's got the hood card.
I mean, he's like, and for the record, when I don't know what Oscar Tom Hanks won, whichever one he won first, right? But like supposedly the story goes, he like welded it to his caddy and drove around Oakland with that shit. Like, yeah, we made it, man. Listen, and I believe that.
Damn, that's
tight. His son is the weirdo.
Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna get up out of here.
Colin Hanks.
For everyone who doesn't follow the audio podcast, make sure you go do that. Silver screen breakdowns, hit the automatic downloads on Apple. If you're on Spotify, just go download a bunch of episodes, go check them out, go backwards all the way through episode 1, where we broke down Pulp Fiction. I believe, what episode is this? This is episode, I believe 42 that we're doing right now. And so, go all the way back to number 1. Make your way through. We got some good episodes in there.
Oh, and whenever you get a chance, can you push my tray through in 21?
Already happened.
Oh, nice. What'd you think of that?
I didn't look at it. I just pushed it through.
Okay. Yeah, there was no pics or nothing. So nice.
Yeah. We'll check it out later. Peacock, let them know.
Yeah, go ahead and check out neonpeacockmerch.com, like you see on your screen. Those of you listening on audio, it's Neon Peacock, just like the bird. Merch, short for merchandise.com. Use the code SCREAM20 at checkout to get 20% off. You can find all my cool artistic endeavors there, along with anything that we just pull out of the universe. I'd say it can be done. That is the motto, and it will be.
It can be done is a fucking great fucking motto, bro. I don't even know how I follow that. Just in the show.
I tell you all the time. You're like, hey, bro, can you do that? And I'm like, it can be done.
Can be done. I love that because you've told me that before, and it just went totally over my head because I'm just like so comforted by the fact that it can be done. I'm like, oh shit! When you said it right now, it's like, oh wow, put that on a shirt.
Hell yeah!
Well, let them know, Bogey.
I can't follow that. Close the show.
All right, we're out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out, everybody.
Laters.
Silver screen, motion picture shit. This ain't a dream, we really live this shit. Don't intervene, yo, we with this shit. That's where the most high, we the most lit.